This video is all about solving for x and y. Now you have the first equation, which is x plus y is equal to 3. Then the second equation is x to the power 5 plus y to the power 5 is equal to 33. So find the value of x and y. So before we start this question, I want to appreciate my subscribers, both old and new subscribers, and also want to appreciate my viewers. Please subscribe, like, comment and share this video. Thank you. Now let's begin. You have a question. Okay, let me change this to white. So now you have, the question is x plus y is equal to 3, and you also have x to the power 5 plus y to the power 5 is equal to 33. Now you have this. So now equation 33, let me just say squaring both sides of equation 33. You have x plus y square equal to 3 square. So squaring both sides, we have this side to be x plus y times x plus y, which is equal to 9, because 3 to power 2 is 9. So now what we're going to do, use this to multiply this one. So you have x times the whole of this x times the whole of this, which is x plus y, then plus y times the whole of this, which is x plus y, equal to 9. So now if you multiply, x times x will give you x squared, x times y will give you xy, y plus x will give you plus xy, plus y times plus y will give you plus y squared, which is equal to 9. Now from here, we now know that from this expression, we now know that you have x squared plus 2xy plus y squared is equal to 9, which implies that if you move this expression to this other side, you have x plus y squared equal to 9 minus 2xy. So we have x squared plus y squared equal to 9 minus 2xy. So now we have equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. So now the next equation is, you have x, that is the cube, finding the cube root, the cubing them, that is, you have x plus y all to the power 3 is equal to 3 to the power 3. So it's just multiplying the powers by 3. That is what we did. So now if we expand this, we're going to use the law of the binary laws of expansion. Now if we want to expand this using the binary laws of expansion, now you have first one, x plus y, which is 1 1. You have 0 here, 0. Then if you, like when you check this one, now you have two you have two you have two one you have two one one you have two one one. So when you check, if you add this plus this, you have 1. If you add this plus this, you have 2. Add this plus this, you have 1. So now to get the one for 3, if you add this plus this, you have 3. You have this plus this, you have Now you add 0 here and add 0. If you add this plus this, you have 3. You add this plus this, you have 1. You add this plus 0, you have 1. So for expansion 3, you have 1, 3, 3, 1. So when you look at the way the thing expands, you have the first one, x cubed times 1 plus this 3 times x to the power 2. As it's going, the x cube will be reducing while you have y. Now, here y is equal to y to the power 0. That is why there is no y here. Here now y to the power 1. This thing is reducing. So here plus, the next one is 3. X has reduced by 1 again. If you see here 3, 2, 1. Then y will increase by 2. Then plus y cube, because now x here is raised to x is raised to power 0 here, so that means it's 1. Now you now have equal to 3 to the power 3 is 27. So now we have x to the power 3 plus, here now we now have, now when you look at this place now, there is a common factor. The common factor is 3xy. So now if you use 3xy to divide this, if you divide 3x square minus 3x square y divided by 3xy, what you're going to have is just x, plus if you divide plus 3xy squared with 3xy, you have y, you have plus y. So then plus y cubed, sorry, which is 27. Now if you look at this now, we know that x plus y is 3. So substituting the value of x plus y equal to 3 into this equation, you have s cubed plus 3xy times 3 plus y cubed equal to what? 27. Then now you have x cubed plus 3 times 3 is 9xy plus y cubed equal to what? 27. Now you have x cubed. If you move this 9xy to this other side, you have x cubed plus y cubed equal to 27 minus 9xy. Now you now have x cubed plus y cubed equal to, now when you look at this, there is a factor that is common here. You can say 9 into 3 minus xy. Now this will be our equation 4. So now we have gotten equation 4. Now multiplying equation 4 with equation 3, you now have x square plus y square times s cube plus y cube is equal to 9 minus 2xy times times 3 minus xy times 9. So now you have 9 into 9 minus 2xy into 3 minus xy. So we now have x square plus y square all in parentheses, then x cube plus y cube all in parentheses or bracket. So now we want to expand, we want to open up this bracket. To open up this bracket, we use this to multiply the whole of this. Then we use this to multiply the whole of this. So that means you have x square times the whole of this, which is x cube plus y cube. Then you have plus y square, multiplying the whole of this again, we have s cube plus y cube is equal to 9 into 9 minus 2xy, bracket open, bracket close, bracket open, 3 minus xy. Now, if we expand now, you have x square times 3 times x cube. So you have x to the power 5 plus x square, x to the power 2 times plus y to the power 3 will give you plus x square y cube. Then now y square plus y square times x to the power 3, you have plus s cube y square. Then now plus y square times y cube, y square times y cube will give you plus y to the power 5, which is equal to 9 into 9 minus 2xy into 3 minus xy. Now, if you look at it critically, you have x to the power 5 plus y to the power 5 plus, now if you look at these two terms, okay, let me just write it first. I'm just rearranging it. I'm moving this one to this, close to this one, which is this. So now this is this now. Why this is this? Then let me write this. So you have, then you have 9 bracket open 9 minus 2xy bracket close bracket open 3 minus xy bracket close. So now we know this value to be 33. So this is equal to 33 plus. Now here there is a common factor here. So the common factor is x square y square. So if you use x square y square to divide this value, now what you have left here now is y, plus if you use x square y square to divide this, you have x, which will be equal to 9 bracket open 9 minus 2xy bracket close bracket open 3 minus xy. Now we now have 33 plus x square y square bracket open x plus y bracket close equal to 9 into, let's see, 9 minus 2xy bracket open 3 minus xy. Now if you look at it critically, this is equal to 3 from our first, from here x is equal to 3, sorry, x plus y equal to 3. So when you substitute it there, you have 33 plus x square y square times 3 equal to 9 into 9 minus 2xy bracket open bracket close bracket open 3 minus xy. Now we have this to be 33 plus 3 x square y square equal to 9 into 9 minus 2xy into 3 minus xy. Now we have, now 3 is common here, 3 is also common here. So if you divide all through by 3, so 3 will cancel out there. 3 here 1, 3 here is 11. So you have 11 plus x square y square, which is equal to 3 here 1, 3 here is 3. So you have 3 bracket open 9 minus 2xy bracket close bracket open 3 minus xy. Now let p be equal to xy. So if you substitute the value of p, if value of xy as p into this equation, let's call this equation, let me see, equation 4, this is equation 5. So substituting x, substituting for xy, substituting p for xy into equation 5, you have y. Now, okay, let me just rewrite this. You have 11 equal to x, y, x times y all squared equal to 3 into 9 minus 2xy into 3 minus xy. Now, according to the law of indices, a to the power m, b to the power m is the same thing as a, b all to the power m. So using this law, that is how we got this. Because you see the powers are the same, so you can put those bases inside and square all of them. So now let's continue. So I have L plus x y all squared equal to 3 into 9 minus 2xy 3 minus xy. So since p is equal to xy, so we have 11 plus p square is equal to 3 into 9 minus 2p into 3 minus p. So now let's open the brackets. Now to open this bracket, we use 9 to multiply the whole of this. You say 9 times 3 minus p. Then you use this to multiply the whole of this. You have minus 2p times 3 minus p all into this. So now you have 3. Now 9 times 3 is 27 minus 9 times minus p will give you minus 9p minus 2p times 3 will give you minus 6p minus 2p times minus p will give you plus 2p squared. Now using 3 to open up the bracket, using 3 to multiply so that you open up the bracket, 3 times 27 will give you 81. Now minus 9p. Okay, before I do that multiplication, let me just simplify the one inside the brackets further. If you have 27 minus 9p minus 6p will give you minus 15p, then plus 2p squared. So use 3 to open up the bracket. 3 times 27 is 81 minus 3 times 15, you have minus 45p. 3 times 2p squared, you have plus 6p squared. Now moving, you have 11 plus p squared, 11 plus p squared. So now we have 11 plus p squared equal to 81 minus 45p plus 6p squared, 6p squared. So now moving this to this other side and this to this other side. Now moving to this side, let's now rearrange this. Now this one will be 6p squared minus 45p plus 81. Then as you move this to this other side, okay, let me just still leave it this way. So I just rearrange it, I just rearrange it. It's just the same thing. I moved it. I rearrange the equation. But now let me now move this to this side and also this to this other side. So now if I move it, you have 6p squared minus 45p. Now moving, okay, now plus 81. So as I move this to this one, I have minus 11. Here it's positive. So going to this other side becomes negative. This one is positive here, it becomes minus p square, which is equal to 0. So now arrange the like terms together. You have this p squared to this, so you have 6p square minus p square minus 45p plus 81 minus 11, which is equal to 0. So now with this, you have 5p square minus 45p. This one will be plus, this will be 70 equal to 0. So now 5 is common, so use 5 to divide all of them, all the terms. 5 divide this, you have p square minus 5 divide this, you have minus 9p. 5 divide this, you have plus 14, which is equal to 0. So that means we have p square plus 9p plus 14. Is it minus 9p? It's like it's minus, let me check. Okay, minus so it's minus 9p, which is equal to 0. So now when you look at this, you have p. So what are the factors of 14 that when you add them together it gives you minus 9? So you have 14, which is 1 times 14. If you add them, it cannot give you minus 9. You have 2 times 7. 2 times 7, if you add them, it give you plus 9. So minus 2 times minus 7. So this one will give you, so now we have minus 2 minus 7 equal to 0. So that means p minus 2 is equal to 0, or p minus 7 is equal to 0. So that means p is equal to 2 or p is equal to 7. Now, and from the assumption, we assume that p is equal to xy. So p is equal to xy, which is equal to what? 2. So now substituting, so I haven't gotten this. So xy is equal to 2. Now dividing all through by y, you have y cancel out here. You have x now will be equal to 2 all over y. Now let me clean this place. Now, so we have x to be 2 all over y, and we know that from equation 1, let me write it, from equation 1, x plus y is equal to what? 3. Now, if you substitute the value of x to be 2 all over y into this equation, you have now 2 all over y plus y equal to what? 3. So if you multiply all through by y, you have 2 all over y times y plus y times y is equal to 3 times y. So you have, this will cancel out. You have 2 plus y square is equal to 3y. So now, if you move this 3y to this other side, you have y square minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. Now you have y. So to factor this out, what are the factors of 2 that when you add them, it will give you minus 3? The factors of 2 is minus 1 and minus 2. So if you add these two factors of plus 2, it will give you minus 3. So you have minus 1 minus 2 as what you're supposed to. So we have factored this thing out now. So now we have y minus 1 equal to 0, or y is equal to, y minus 2 equal to 0. So now that means y is equal to 1 or 2. Now we know that x plus y is equal to 3. Now, which means that x is equal to 3 minus y. So that means for y, so okay, let me just say for y equal to 1, x is equal to what? 2. For y equal to 2, x is equal to 1. So the two coordinates, there is the two conditions here now for x. So we have 2, and this other one 1, 2. So this is 2 points here. So now these are the two values, the two different points value. Now let's look for 7. Let's look for when p is equal to what? 7. So when p is equal to 7, here we have done for p equal to 2. So when p is equal to 7, now you know xy is equal to p. So p xy, x times y is equal to 7. So dividing all through by y, you have x, this will cancel out, you have x equal to 7 all over y. So if you substitute this into equation 1, which is x plus y equal to 3, so you have 7 all over y plus y equal to what? 3. Multiplying all through by y, you have 7 over y times y plus y times y equal to 3 times y. So this will give you 7 plus y squared is equal to 3y. So now if you move this to this other side, you have y squared minus 3y plus 7 equal to 0. Now, when you look at this, you know that there are no factors of 7 that will sum and give you minus 3. So what we're going to use, we use the quadratic formula. So using the quadratic formula, where you have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, x was equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So now applying this rule here, it means that a is equal to 1 and b is equal to minus 3 and c is equal to 7. Now applying it, that means your y is equal to minus bracket minus 3 plus or minus the square root of minus 3 all squared minus 4 times 1 times 7 divided by 2 times 1, which now means that y is equal to 3 plus or minus 9 minus 28 divided by 2. So 9 minus 28 will give you 19. So minus 19. So you have 3 plus or minus square root of minus 19 divided by 2. So this is the same thing as 3 plus or minus the square root of 19 times the square root of minus 1 divided by 2. And the square root of minus 1 is equal to I, complex numbers. So you have 3 plus or minus I square root of 19 divided by 2. So that is your value of y. Now, for value of x, we know that x plus y is equal to 3 from equation 1. And x is equal to 3 minus y if you move y to this other side. So that is it. So now, having gotten our y, our x will now be 3 minus, what is our y? Our y is 3 plus or minus I square root of 19 all over 2, all in brackets. So now, for us to make the denominator the same, we say 3 times 2 divided by 2. So 2 divided by itself is 1. So minus 3 plus or minus square root of 19 I times the square root of 19 all over 2, all in brackets. So now you have 6 all over 2 minus in bracket 3 plus or minus I square root of 19 all over 2. Now that means x is equal to 6. Now use now open the bracket. You now say 6. Since the denominators are the same, we add the numerators. So you have 6 minus times 3 will give you minus 3. Then minus times plus here will give you minus. Minus times minus will give you plus. So you now have I square root of 19 divided by what 2. So 6 minus 3 will give you 3 minus plus I square root of 19 all over 2. So from here, it means that where x is equal to 3 minus I square root of 19 all over 2, y is equal to, see, where this is minus up here, for y, for y, the plus is up, so y will be equal to 3 plus I square root of 19 all over 2. So where x is equal to 3 plus I square root of 19 all over 2, y will be equal to 3 minus I square root of 19 all over 2. So now you can see that if you add x plus y, these imaginary numbers will cancel each other because they have different opposite signs. If you add them, so 3 plus 3 will give you 6, divided by 2 will give you 3. So that is it. So this is the final answer, and these are complex numbers. So but for real values, you have this, where x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, where x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. So, and when you add 1 and 2, you have 3. 1 and 2, you have 3. So that is it. So now, thank you for watching to the end. Have a nice day.